Hello everybody, Andy here, and today I want to look at the new Kill Team cinematic trailer called, I forgot the name of it, but I'll find out in a sec. And look up, don't look up. The skies are dropping. Something like that. So, first we're going to do a live watch through. We're going to see my live reaction because that's what everybody, apparently according to TikTok, wants to see. You want to see an actual human with expressions and emotions because that's how our brains are wired, I guess. And then, as we go, I'm not going to pause it. I'm going to try and just say as many things as I can that I notice as I go. And then, I'm going to show you something else. The something else I'm going to show you is a new kind of blog content creator out there. They're Italian, but they've been around for a while, and they've only just started translating all of their posts from Italian to English. And they've already done all of the hard work of going through the trailer, taking stills, and kind of actually breaking it down for us. So go and check them out. There will be a link in the top pinned post if you want more good Kill Team blog content. All right, let's shrink me as per usual. We don't really need me here. But I'm here. Okay, all right. This goes without saying, but you should watch this trailer without me in the corner. You know, go do that. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, let's dive in. Let's dive in. There's a big cannon, and that thing on the left, that's the Assassinorum guy. He's in that. That's pretty cool. The Kingmaker, the Vindicator. Turret, hot shot turret gun. Skull in head. Tarantula card. First tower. I've got to say, so tower awesome. Go on, love that. They're fine. Not an issue. They're going to win it. I can tell. He's okay. Rescue. Dino shot. Looks awesome. So obviously we see the big cannon in the background. We see them setting up some charges. Or using a console. And go down. On each other? I don't know. It looks so cool. Right. Obviously the vestige. Using okay, the Zack Snyder in it. Love it. There's too much things to say. Double pistol, regular dude, sniper. Interesting. So vet guards and like in Death Atonement, that guy looked a bit dead, but we're still shooting. Maybe we get in Death Atonement for these guys too. Sick. So I'll pause it there. The logo is the same, except it has two red lines. I assume that's not the official new logo, but I think the red lines are new. So, cool. There were a lot of things that I just could not process and think fast enough to say, and if I was given like 5 seconds, I would be able to think of. But I too late. Tough. We're doing what I said we're doing, okay? We are going over to, let's jump over to Conquest Italia. There you go. Let's make sure I'm not in the way of this. I'm a little bit in the way of it. There you go. Okay, lovely. So, Conquest Italia by Soul Gravia there. Go ahead, check them out. They are cool. They've only just started translating their articles. With the last thing they did was kind of their big leak roundup, where they kind of pulled together all of the reasons that the leaks that were being given were kind of said, as in like why we think it's Vespid versus Scions as opposed to like rule stuff. And now they've also done this cool analysis here. Let's go ahead and read it because they've done the hard work for me. So they've chosen to go with the final shot, which is of course the mask of the Scion as he's looking at taking that final shot. Oh, sorry. Before we read this, if you're a subscriber to my channel, I'd like to give you a big double hello. Wow, so wholesome. What does a double hello mean? A double hello simply means a pleasantry that's given to you twice. There you go. Now, I know what you're thinking. Andy, where's the sound? Do the sound. That's what we're here for. Unfortunately, I had to do the Coke cracking because I still don't have access to that sound. I'm living with my parents, guys. I'm doing what I can. It's fine, though. Not an issue. Right. So, quick. Do we prefer this or the Orc versus Commando? Jesus. Or the Commando versus Vet Guard? So, this is probably very telling. Because this is brand new and I'm really hyped for it, I prefer this. However, if I were to watch them side by side, I'm not sure which is better. Yeah, I possibly, so I like Orcs, but Vet Guard actually don't do much for me. Scions, I think, are super cool, which I know is a bit of a... People don't like that idea. A lot of you out there are like, oh, I wish they were Elysians. And it's like, nah, Scions are really cool. There you go. That's my hot take. Hottest take of any Kill Team content creator right there. Scions are good. Vespids, I like Tau. I like the idea of auxiliaries. I've liked the Kroot. Do I like the Vespids? They didn't jump out to me there as being particularly interesting. And mainly when I saw the Vespids, because they were kind of, okay, I'm colorblind, but let's say like orangey, red, something. The only things I really saw were their guns, which were obviously Tau white. And so, have to wait to see what the models are, right? As always. So, Orcs beat Vespid, but then for me, Scions beat Vet Guard. Was the action better in one or the other? Oh, man. Pass. Let's not make this video take half an hour and let's read through. So, again, pinned in the top comment, Conquest Italia blog. La la la. So, they give us some lovely stills of the... Now, they've called them Tempestus Scions. I'm sure they're about to go through and give them their actual name, which I forgot it was Tempestus Aquilons. So it's not actually the same thing. We don't know if it's a whole different branch of the Scions, or if it's just, or the Tempestus, or if it's just they are one regiment of Tempestus Scions. I don't believe the Aquilons have been mentioned before, and the Vespid were just Stingwings. Fine, cool. So let's see what they've highlighted for us. They've given us the leader, hotshot pistol, power sword, yes, of course. That does kind of track. Obviously, in the past, we would have been getting a plasma pistol power sword. We've axed that. We're not into it. Double pistols, yes, please. This is presumably just a standard hotshot rifle. And then we get whatever that turret is. And they go ahead and then tell us what I just said about their pictures, which is the leader seems to be equipped with a hotshot las pistol and power sword. I said that. We're on the same wavelength. I like it so far. Oh, but we'll probably also have the option to be armed with a plasma pistol and chainsword. Okay, all right. Okay. It's like we were playing the same game. How strange. There will be an operative armed with 2 hotshot las pistols. That seems a fair bet. We have a sniper with the hotshot marksman rifle. Okay. Oh, right. But yes, because it's a longer scope. I think that's the only difference here that could be noted. It's a long scope. Therefore, hotshot marksman rifle. And the small robot that is part of the team made an appearance, but we still don't know anything about it. We don't. However, we can definitely say that is a Hotshot Valley Girl, as we called it. It's a hotshot volley gun. There you go. On a turret that seems to be moving. So whether it's just going and like the rest of it, hot dropped in. Does that mean perhaps it kind of starts on the board already? Or is it something you could deploy randomly and then like move? I don't know. I don't know. How are they going to make fly work in the new edition is still the big question. Pass. Pass. Additionally, something tells me they might have a ploy similar to the veterans. Oh, I said that too. Okay, guys. Had I read their article before this, maybe I would have said different things in the video. As it is, I think we've said the same things. This is pretty awkward. Let's keep going. Now, I didn't say much about the Vespid because it was too much of a mind blur for me. But actually, I love the stills they've taken here because I can now see them properly. 6 eyes. How do we feel about 6 eyes? Arachnids, they're 8. What has 6 eyes in the real world? Crabs? I don't know. You tell me, guys. That's the comment for today. What has 6 eyes? Nice. You know, I said they were orange. I think they're brown. I can't see what colour they are. There you go. So we're looking at this here. If we look at the current Vespid models, seems to be a standard weapon. This is clear because they have the crystal there, which is like a toxin thing. This here is clearly just a Tau sniper rifle. Presumably, it will be consistent and be exactly what the Tau Pathfinder's rail rifle is. Yeah. This, no idea, looks like some sort of beam weapon, maybe. Maybe they will have a weapon that has the beam thing, which is this, which we also see in the Hearthkin salvages. And this here, they're highlighting this headgear, because again, if you look at the current Tau Vespid set, the leader gets additional headgear, or bling, if you prefer. Right. They say the current basic weapon for the Vespid is the Neutron Blaster, and this is confirmed by the trailer. In the frantic action of the battle between the two teams, you can also recognise a Vespid armed with a rail rifle, yes, and a Vespid with what seems to be an unidentified cannon. Even our Tau expert couldn't recognise the weapon. Yes. So just looking at it here, it looks very... Oh, I think I saw on Reddit they suggested it was an airburst fragmentation launcher, which is something that you can use on Tau Crisis battlesuits. So maybe they're bringing over some battlesuit weaponry, which would be super cool. And then maybe that's the gunner operative, and it could have any of the... I have it right here. I'm going to drop shit. Nice. I just have this stuff. Don't question it. So perhaps this gunner could actually have any of the Tau Crisis suit weapons, which would give you the option of a plasma, a flamer, a rail, not a rail rifle, a burst cannon, a melter thing, whatever they're called, and also the frag launcher there. Also a missile. Too many. I take it back. They're not going to do that. That's too many options. Right. Don't make me magnetized, GW. I won't like it. Okay. Now they're going for this scenery speculation. That's great, because I forgot to say anything about that. No, I didn't. I said the thing on the left here. This here, this is the... Yeah, you get it. Since we're here to do some speculating, why not also focus on the upcoming Killzone Volcus? Yes, Killzone Volcus. So although we've been reading the Chaunath dispatches, it all takes place in Killzone Volcus. From what we know so far, we don't really know what that means. Chaunath is the sector. Volcus is the specific world, area on that world that we are living on. And we say, it is in these moments when defeat seizes the horizon that victory lies with the lives of a chosen few. Nice. What are we seeing here? So obviously here we have this Imperial statue, and we have the big guns in the background, and we have a bit of a spire here. The main thing I take away from this is we're still on an Imperial world. So we're not getting anything too funky, which makes sense. However, my big question is the big guns, right? What are the big guns going to be? What are they going to become? What are they leading to? So I mentioned this in a previous video, but when you're thinking big guns and scenery, well, we already had one of those, kind of called the Fortress of Redemption, I believe it was called, which was a very big piece of scenery, and at one end, it had a big gun. It wasn't nearly this big though, obviously. That wouldn't be to scale, right? But maybe this is a little bit of a hint at bringing that piece of terrain back to 40k proper, but we get a part of it or an inside part of it. Who knows? Who knows, right? But again, I'm thinking of how Warcry is working in its current season. It started out just totally in the jungle, and then as it progressed forward, it started out totally in the jungle, and then with like one or two bits of lizardman terrain, like dappled around. And then by the final box in the season, it was, you got an actual Seraphon temple along with some jungle bits. So maybe we'll be seeing a similar thing here, where we start in, whatever, the hangar bay that they drop into, and then they go to subsector engine room 9, and then you end up in the ammo storage, and your goal is to blow the ammo up. Obviously, that's the narrative progression, and it just means new cool. Oh my god, could the final bit of terrain that they add just be like a huge shell? Like a shell that would be loaded into that and just sits in the middle of the board? And that'd be sweet, actually. G-dubs, get in touch. You can have that one, not for free. I'm charging for that one, actually. All right. The most dedicated scenery enthusiast might have noticed that in the opening shot, one of the statues to the Sector Imperialis Basilicanum is present, also found in the Kill Team Sector Sanctoris box. Yes. Additionally, the explosion caused by the enormous cannon in the background allows us to get a closer look at the battlefield. The presence of other Sector Imperialis structures already seen in the Chownath box from Season 1 is unmistakable. Yeah, so Chownath, a much maligned kill zone when it released in this edition of Kill Team due to just how much heavy was there. But of course, it was originally released as the launch box terrain for Kill Team 2018, where it was widely suggested to be quite good. Is that true? Have I said that correctly? 2018? I can't. I'm blanking. Yeah. Cool. Okay. This seems to suggest the next skill zone will have an Imperialis theme. I think that's fair. Many wouldn't mind this, given that these sceneries have been out of production for a few years now. However, the second part of the trailer shows us a completely different scenario. Sure enough, so we start out on there, we get the opening shots, we see people dropping in, they land, you get the cool kind of Space Marine 2 style upshot of our cool dudes, and then they jump down a hole. Oh, well, this looks to me, if I had to guess, like exactly what I was saying, a huge shell. I don't know why it's in that. I don't know why it's facing that way, but yeah. So presumably this is a loading bay of some sort. They go on. The battle shifts to an underground location where we are immersed in what seems to be an Imperial Manufactorum. Here too we can find familiar scenery. I don't know if they show it specifically. I don't see it, but going through the teasers, we did see very specifically this exact crate. So that is cool. And yeah, this is all quite generic Sector Mechanicus stuff. So they continue. Will it be Imperialis or Mechanicus, or perhaps a mix of the two, or could be something entirely new that we haven't seen before? We'd have to wait until tomorrow. Cool. So, there you go. That is my wrap-up. Sorry, hold on. Let me rephrase that. That is my poorly garbled live reaction without pausing of the trailer, and then reading somebody else's content for you. Because I figure if I could do it with Warcom, I can do it with other people as well. Anyway, definitely go and check them out. That's Conquest Italia. As mentioned, they're kind of trying to start up into the actual the English speaking kill team scene, which presumably is a touch larger than the Italian scene. Sure enough, when thinking back to my the tournaments that I see run, obviously we all know Spain. There are Italian tournaments. They do occur, to clarify. They're a very strict sort, oddly, which isn't how I imagine Italians. They're very laid back in my mind. But yes, so there you go. There you go. I still have fond memories of 2019, where I went to the Prague Open, and there were two Italian guys there. They were very cool. Just saying, they were cool guys. Hopefully, these Conquest Italia chaps are also cool. Who knows? Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Sorry for this being so late. As you can tell, it's a touch late. It's because I was busy. Cool. Thanks for watching. Stay hydrated. Bye.